Good morning. I'm Miss Kim with Miss Kim's Tarot and Astrology.com. I wanted to do an update. It's been a while. It is August the 9th, 2026 at 9:56 a.m. And I'm going to give some of the collective aspects for August the 10th through the 12th. And there's a couple that kind of caught my attention. So on August the 10th, which is Monday, we have the moon in Cancer, and then it will go void of course at 3:30 a.m. And then we'll have a moon squaring Saturn. So it's a time of serious thinking and disciplined work. Also, there'll be a Venus trine Pluto, where that is a good time for romantic happiness and friendships if you want to plan something that day. And then we have Venus opposition Neptune. So the mind is going to be under attack of for deceptive thoughts and being impractical in certain things that you're trying to carry out. So just know we're going to have a whole day of void of course energy from 3:30 a.m. On the 10th, and it will not go until Leo until at 4:38 in the morning on the 11th. So we got that down. So again, that whole day pretty much on Monday is going to be a void of course. By the time that you wake up, don't plan on getting a lot of things done without some effort being put in. So it's really more of a time to chill. And then on the 11th, we have the moon in Leo, like I said, at 4:38 a.m. So basically, we're going to have a 24-hour, a little bit more than a 24-hour void of course. And then Mars is going to go into Cancer at 4:38 a.m., which Mars in Cancer is not an energetic, it kind of gets drowned out. That Martian energy gets drowned out in the Cancer. But where the drive will be is things having to do with the home, things having to do with mothering, things having to do with children, really putting effort into comfort foods and trying to find the history in things is just an example, not across the board. Then we're going to have the moon conjunct Mercury. Now, be careful with this one because this is the one that causes temperamental actions and words. So this day is kind of going to be a little pissy on and off. Then we have moon opposition Pluto, where there's snags and plans. If you're trying to get something off the ground, you may have a little bit of a problem with that. Then we have the moon trine Neptune, where you're idealistic, romantic, and friendly. And then there's a moon sextile Venus, which will cause affectionate, harmonious, cheerful kind of energy. And then the moon is sextile Uranus, which is a very creative time and inventive time. So there's a nice aspects. And then we get a little further down. Then we got moon conjunct Jupiter, which makes people very optimistic and idealistic. But Mercury will then oppose Pluto, which causes quarrels, outspoken words, and impulsive actions. So this is the one you need to be careful with. And then so there's just a couple in the mornings and later in the day that can cause some kind of, you know, opposing energies. And then we have Mercury trining Neptune, which is a romantic and idealistic thinking, along with Venus trining Uranus. So you want to surround yourself with beauty and pleasure. Go somewhere that is your favorite place, just to be surrounded in nature of something that you find beautiful, or an art gallery, or whatever that is. So here is the one. So on the 12th, so that's going to be Wednesday. The moon will be in Leo. Then it's going to go void of course at 1:39 p.m. but there's going to be a new moon at 1:37 p.m. Okay, so remember it's in Leo, and then it's going to go void, of course. And then we're going to have a solar eclipse that will be at 20 degrees in Leo that will fall in your chart. This one is going to be really interesting. So I'm going to go on with the aspects, and then we're going to talk a little bit about these other things that I find interesting. Moon will trine Saturn, so you want to be patient to accomplish what you want. Moon quincunx or conjunct the sun. It's a time for new beginnings, and boy, are we going to have some new beginnings. And then Mercury sextiles Uranus, so you can find the support that you need for your ideas. Now, here is what a solar eclipse does. It'll bring hidden truths that have been pushed way down, that's going to come to the surface, and you're going to see things. And remember, it's going to be occupying the house of Leo, so that could highlight children, creativity, and leadership, things having to do with gambling. There's just so much that could transpire in that particular house. So these will be turning points in your life. It will bring truths that come up that have been hidden. It reveals insights that have been hidden from you. So you all of a sudden might find something and say, how did I miss that? Or why didn't I think of that before? It will also open new doors that will start to unfold over the next 6 to 18 months. So you've got to look at your house that's in your 20-degree Leo house, and that's where you're going to expect to find some changes. All right. So I just wanted to do 3 days worth because it's too much. It'll make it too long. But I also wanted to do an unboxing. So let me see if I can show my screen so you can take a look with me. And then after that, I might do something else. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel. I've been in that kind of how do I feel mode for some time. And for some reason, it doesn't want to do that. Let's see. Let me share this again, trying to, oh, switch the camera. Okay, here we go. I just had a moment. So this one is called Old Style Tarot. Say anything but tarot. Some people call it tarot. But I call it tarot because I think it sounds prettier. But hearing tarot just freaks me out. And I've actually said it when I was first learning, so I don't want to be judgmental. So this I just have not unboxed it because I have not had time. So we're just going to take a look at this. This is a big set of cards. So let's take a look in response to what the normal rider weight looks like. And then this one, it's quite much larger. So it's not something that you're going to take with you and have in your pocket. This is something that you can collect. So this is created by Alexandra Gray. And it comes with a really beautiful little booklet that gives advice in upright. And these are, and it smells so good. You know how I like to smell the cards. But anyway, these are the cards. So I'm going to have to open them up. They're nice and locked in this little, and I'm guessing that it's all in order like it usually is. So I can show you a couple of the Major Arcana cards. And oh, they smell so good. This is like the old school kind of stuff because now some of them smell like yucky plastic. And when you're working with cards, I am very scent oriented. I guess I'm. So here we go. We've got the full kind of ditzy today. So you got the booklet. She is a beauty. And you can see this gives the actual upright, the card's advice, and the warnings with that. That's going to be fun to work with. Now, they're not like the normal Rider-Waite meanings. It's according to this. This is the Magician. Let's see if I can get closer. This isn't the best camera on here on this computer, but we do what we do. This is the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Emperor. Let's see, is it a little bit better away? And the Hierophant, which happened, let's see, the Lover's card, you can see the Serpent and the Woman. And the Chariot, number 8, which is the month that we have now. So that's going to be the card that rules this month. Strength, the Hermit. I like this Hermit. And the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Lady Justice. The Hangman, that one's a good one. And Death, that's a cheerful looking death if I ever saw one. And Temperance, the Devil. Our Tower, and the Star, she's pretty. The Moon, that's a nice looking moon. You can see the little lobster, but you don't see, I don't see the dogs on here. Oh, there they are. You can see them. It's just kind of blurry. The Sun, the Judgment, and the World. So there is starting with the Minor Arcana with the Ace of Wands. So I wanted to do a quick spread using the Rider deck, just kind of get a glimpse of what our week's going to be like collectively, what we might be dealing with. And then I will sign off and maybe do a couple more things because it's been so long since I've posted anything. But I did want to tell you that I'm thinking about just doing away with the website, since most people just contact me and I like it better that way. And I think that the booking feature that's on the website that I have confuses people. So I might just post a link on how to just go straight to my Zoom, or just to text me so that you can just pop on. That's something I'm playing with. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. So let's just see how this week goes. But those are things that you might be looking for, so that are coming up. So we have lots of responsibilities that might be weighing on us a little bit more than usual. And then we have our strength that's being pulled, even though we have plenty of strength to be able to handle it. And then we have a complete transformation. And my guess is that we're going to see that complete transformation start on Wednesday with that new moon and solar eclipse. And then here, what we can work with and use that's going to help us is go in where you would normally sit on your laurels and not want to be so impulsive. You may have to ride in a different way and do things differently than you normally do. And this shows the home life being peaceful, that's something that's going to be passing away. And the new energy that's coming in is animated energy, summer energy. It can be a Queen of Wands. It's a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Things about cats, things about summer, things about drama a little bit, things about a little bit of egotism, things about flair. And then here we have a grounded energy along with it. So if you've got drama and grounding, it's not going to lead to something that is too egotistical. It will have the fire and then bring it down to earth. And then here we have needing rest. You know, in between those spurts of energy, we need rest and we need time to think about what we need to do next. Not just take off and let the chips fall where they may. Do a little bit, use that energy, fall back, reflect, start again. Ground it, bring it down, keeping yourself grounded, but work when you have that energy, and then rest and start and do it again. And this is showing messages that come through. It can be an actual young person that has something to say, that can be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or it could just mean a message that comes in that will be very important that you will receive. And then here we have balance. So that is not a terrible thing. So it sounds to me like if we use these energies that we have inspiration to use, and the animation and that sudden braveness to rush in to do it and do as much as we can, then rest and reflect, and then get back up and do it again, it definitely shows that this is going to be a very successful week and it will bring balance into your life. It's not showing so much as pentacles and showing things with finances, but it's showing working on something new that may bring new inspiration. You know, sometimes when you've done something so long that you are starting to think about new things that you want to do to tap in other talents and energies that you have. That's what it sounds like to me. And it also gives you the momentum to be able to do that. So that is all I have. Again, I'm Miss Kim with Miss Kim's Tarot and Astrology.com. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.